What is up, nerd and nerdettes of the interwebs? It's your boy Brady here.
And you're the boy Adam.
And we're bringing you another episode of Best of the Best. We're continuing the Best MCU movie tournament. And our next first round matchup is going to be Captain America the First Avenger versus Ant-Man. I will be arguing for the First Avenger, and Adam will be arguing for Ant-Man. So, Adam, as usual, give us a rundown of the rules.
Alright, we'll be starting off with a 30-second opening statement and a 2-minute argument time, 1 minute rebuttal, and a 30-second closing statement. And also, as usual, we will be beginning with the higher-seeded movie, and in this case, that is Captain America the First Avenger. So, Brady, you will once again start. Are you ready?
I guess.
Gotta have some confidence there, but if not, then I guess that only helps my case.
I thought you were about to say, God have mercy on your soul.
Alright, well, anyway. Go.
Captain America, the First Avenger is a better movie than Ant-Man. I feel like I'm saying that a lot.
You are.
That A movie is better than B movie. Anyway, because it has a much better hero, who is actually a hero as opposed to a thief. And the villain is also written and acted much better than the villain in Ant-Man. First Avenger has a better setting. Alright, Adam, your 30 seconds will start whenever you say go.
Go. Okay, Ant-Man is a better MCU movie than Captain America the First Avenger. It is the first true comedy in the MCU and did a very good job of it by using a character that we don't really know a whole lot, that most Marvel fans don't know a whole lot about unless they've read the early comics, and made him a lovable character. You have great acting, great actors, you have a good villain, and a really good storyline that is still a comedy but still has good action and good morals throughout the movie. Alright, now to the 2-minute argument time, and Brady, yours is up. So.
Mine's up, I haven't even started yet.
Yeah, okay, I see what you did there. Alright, yours is ready to go.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, and you may go.
Whoa. I need a little bit of preparation so I can press the button on the timer.
Okay. Are you ready now? Yes, you are. Okay, go.
Alright, Captain America, as a character, he's a straight-up good guy hero. Like I said before, truth, justice, American way, about as American as apple pie, good guy all the way. Whereas Scott was a thief. He starts the movie out as just getting out of prison. He gets arrested at one point in the movie. Red Skull as a villain was a better villain, acted better, easy to hate. I mean, he is a Nazi and working for Hydra at the same time. That is one of the most easily hateable characters. Like, just to be set up as a character, easily hateable just from the first sight, because he's a Nazi. And also Hydra. Whereas Yellow Jacket, boring character, written poorly, and poorly acted. There was nothing about Yellow Jacket that was exciting. Captain America, the First Avenger, had amazing action scenes that took place in World War II, which was a nice, fresh setting in the MCU that we haven't seen before or since, minus the Agent Carter TV series, which I didn't really watch, and that's not a movie, so we're not counting that. I enjoyed how Captain America was originally treated as propaganda, very similar to how the comics were originally propaganda in World War II, showing many heroes just beating up Nazis or Japanese soldiers. So I find that interesting. And the amazing CGI of shrinking Chris Evans into a 90-pound weakling was very good special effects, and I enjoyed that. Alright, those were my 2 minutes of points, I guess. And your 2 minutes shall start whenever you say you're ready, Adam.
I'm ready.
I wasn't ready. I still have to push the button.
Oh, yep. I keep forgetting that. Okay, now since you're ready, I'm ready.
Alright, then go.
Ant-Man is a very good movie on many levels, the first of which being that it is a really good comedy. We all get to know and love Luis, the Mexican sidekick in this movie, and his band of jolly friends as they mishappenly try to be heroes, and then they're hilarious in the process. We also have Evangeline Lilly in this as a side character, who is one of my celebrity crushes, so that made that movie so much better for me. Yes, Ant-Man is on the Batman side of the Batman Boy Scout hero category, but we see the moral change in him. We see the importance of family in this movie, his focus on family, and we see him as a relatable man to all of us. He's just not even middle class, poor guy. Yes, he turns to crime, but he moves away from that through his character development through the movie. But he's in a situation that unfortunately many families are in today with a split family, and yet he still sees the importance of being with his family. And as far as the villain, we have more of a Promethean style of the repercussions and consequences of searching for knowledge in areas that necessarily shouldn't be delved into, and the problems of using it for the wrong reasons. And we get to see some cool action between different dimensions and comedy throughout the whole thing. Yeah, that's all I have for this. Thanks. Alright, now moving on to the 1 minute rebuttal. And Brady, if you're ready to move the cursor over to the timer that we keep having to wait on this episode, you can start your...
Alright, I got everything ready.
Alright, you can start your rebuttal anytime.
Alright.
How about right now?
Alright, I'm gonna go now. You were talking about how it's about a guy with his merry friends. The way you were describing it make it seem like it's just a rip-off of Robin Hood. A good thief and his band of friends steal something for the good of the people. That sounds like a rip-off of Robin Hood, if you ask me. And character arcs are great. Every story needs a character arc. But it gets boring after a while when it's the hero character starts out as this morally gray guy and then ends up being the hero at the end. You know, that's basically almost every hero story, and that's great. But after a while, you just want a hero who's just a good guy the whole way through, and you see that in this movie. You see Steve, before he's Captain America, a good guy even when he's a scrawny weakling, and even when he gets muscles and the super serum, he's still a good guy. Nothing changes about him, which is nice to see. And that's all my points. Right, your 1 minute shall begin whenever you say you're ready.
I'm ready.
You're supposed to go, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Alright, there you go. And now.
Alright, you say something about them being good thieves and Robin Hood. They're really not. They are stealing only for their own purposes. But that also goes into more of the moral dilemma of Paul Rudd's character, and he's not a bad guy who's doing bad things and becomes a good guy. He is a good guy throughout the whole movie, but he's struggling for making his way in the world and he feels like he has to turn to a bad thing, but he is not a bad person who becomes good. He is a good person who is doing bad things and has to be led back. So it's more of a redemption story rather than a more of the Batman side of it. He is in the Batman category, but it is more of a redemption moral dilemma. And no, they're not. Robin Hood is merry men. They're not helping the poor. They're just helping all of humanity by saving. Now we are into the last bracket of the tournament. Not the last bracket. Okay. Now we're in the last phase of this debate, in which we'll do the closing statements. Brady, yours will begin whenever you're ready, which should be soon. Hopefully.
All right. I just gotta push.
Getting there.
All right. Just tell me when to go.
Go.
All right. Captain America: The First Avenger, better movie than Ant-Man. Better hero throughout the whole thing. You can argue that Scott was a hero, but I still say he was morally gray, then became a hero. Tiring, which gets tiring after a while. Poor villain on your side, good villain on my movie. Amazing action that takes place in World War II in mine. And amazing CGI shrinking Chris Evans in my movie. Okay, Adam, we're almost done with this thing. Or at least this episode. How many more do we have?
We have two more
left
in the round.
Alright, we are almost done with the first round after this. Okay, I'm gonna cut that part out. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Your 30 seconds starts now.
Ant-Man is a better movie because it is a good action movie, but yet has a lot of good comedy, good acting, and a good villain in it, no matter what other people say. And it has a good CGI, not only just making someone shrink to a scrawny person, but to a very small person, and does a lot better shrinking CGI, as you put it, because the whole point of the movie is to shrink. So yeah. Okay. Well, that was the end of this debate again. And, as always, head over to Facebook to vote for which movie moves on to the next round. Personally, I like First Avenger. That's one of my favorite all-time Marvel movies because it's the Captain America origin story, and it's the classic World War II feel of Captain America. I love it. But I had to argue for Ant-Man, which is a tough one to say which is better for me because I love both movies so much. Again, Evangeline Lilly. Sorry. And as always, like this video, subscribe to our channel, comment who you think won this debate.
Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Brady Jones.
You know, you keep saying that, but then people know your last name now. They don't know my last name. You're giving it more privacy than I am. People are going to come and hunt you down and know.
Good.
Okay.
I know jiu-jitsu.
You've watched a few videos and you watch MMA.
I put the Jew in jiu-jitsu. That'd be funny if I was Jewish, but I'm not.
You're 100% white. You have a very small nose. Oh, that's a stereotype. I'm sorry. You keeping that in there?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Oh, okay. Like us on Facebook. Speaking of nerds, and also like my new YouTube channel, Caballero Life. I also have a Facebook page for that. And as always, recommend this show to your family and friends and even your enemies. Until next time,
it's your boy Brady.
and your other boy Adam.
Adios.
Amigos.